Manappuram Finance Limited presents Unique Times Business Summit 2026, powered by FICF, INMEC, Alcazar Watches, Vibe Munar, DQ T-shirts, an event by Pegasus Global Private Limited.
Manappuram Unique Times Business Summit 2026. Well, I know before starting each and every event, it's mandatory. We need the blessings from God. Yes. Now, there is an age-old practice, that's the lamp lighting ceremony for the same. It's time to invite, yes, without him, this would be a dream, I should say. It's time to invite the driving force behind this prestigious conclave, the founder, the chairman of Pegasus Global Private Limited, the visionary entrepreneur, I should say, with so much of love and respect, inviting Dr. Ajit Ravi to please come and join with us. Let's give a huge round of applause and invite him. And now, yes, we are having our chief guest, Sri VP Nandakumar, the chairman and managing director, Manappuram Finance, an inspiring leader whose vision continues to transform the lives and business across the nation. Let's give a huge round of applause in inviting him for the lamp lighting ceremony. Please come and join with us, our chief guest, Sri VP Nandakumar, sir. Please, sir, welcome you. And now it's time to invite the chairman of INMECZ and managing director of Omega Service and Consultant Private Limited, distinguished entrepreneur, business leader and advocate for industrial growth, innovation and professional excellence. So ladies and gentlemen, talking about the one and only personality, Dr. N.M. Sharafuddin, to please come and join with us on stage. Let's give a huge round of applause to him. Welcome you, sir. So now it's time to invite the Chief Physician and Managing Director of Datri Ayurveda Hospital and Panchakarma Center, is a renowned Ayurvedic physician with a strong legacy in traditional healing. He's recognized for his contribution to Ayurvedic holistic wellness and development of natural hair, skin and wellness care. We are having Dr. S. Saji Kumar. Welcome you, sir. Let's give a huge round of applause in welcoming him for the lamp lighting ceremony. It's time to invite the consultant and head of cardiothoracic surgery at Lizzie Heart Institute, Kochi, is one of the India's most distinguished cardiac surgeons, renowned for leading Kerala's first successful heart transplant and India's first heart retransplant. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to invite Dr. Jose Chaco Periapuram to please come and join with us. Let's give a huge round of applause in inviting him for the lamp lighting ceremony. So now, yes, we are having so much of legends came here and those people are innovators as well. It's time to invite the CEO and managing partner, UHY James, is a visionary entrepreneur and financial leader who expertise and leadership continues to empower the business-driven sustainable growth across UAE and beyond. We are having Sri James Matthews, sir. We welcome you, sir, for the lamp lighting ceremony. Let's give a huge round of applause in welcoming him, please. It's time to invite the chairman. Smita Memorial Hospital and Research Center, Kerala, is one of the India's most distinguished oncologists and the pioneer in cancer care. So now I'm talking about this personality, the Professor Dr. Suresh H. Advani, to please come and join. Let's give a huge round of applause to this amazing personality whose groundbreaking contribution has transformed cancer treatment and medical research in the country. Welcome you, sir, for the lamp lighting ceremony. Over to the next personality, the airport director, Cochin International Airport Limited, Sial, is a seasoned aviation professional whose leadership continues to drive operational excellence, sustainability and innovation at the world's first fully solar-powered airport. We are having Sri Manuji. Let's give a huge round of applause in inviting him. Over to the next personality, we have the promoter, Karnastic Ayurvedic and Wellness Resort, as a visionary entrepreneur and chartered accountant whose leadership has shaped landmark projects in hospitality, wellness and strategic development across India and beyond. Welcoming Mr. Rajesh Malik. Yes, welcome to the lamp lighting ceremony, sir. Let's give a huge round of applause in welcoming him, please. So now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's give a huge round of applause because all our dignitaries all sat here for the lamp lighting ceremony. And we are having NP Joseph, sir. I request you to please come and join with us. Let's give a huge round of applause in inviting him. He is the moderator for today's theme, well, this will be something exciting, And yes, all set. So now I request everyone, your prayers is mandatory. And now it's time for the lamp lighting ceremony. Here we go. The dignitaries all illuminate the lamps, and officially we inaugurate the Manappuram Unique Times Business Summit 2026. Here we go. This is something a very great morning, and it's a visual treat itself. It's time to invite our chief guest, Sri VP Nandakumar, Chairman and Managing Director of Manappuram Finance Limited, to please have the address speech. I request you to please come and join with me on stage. Let's give a huge round of applause now. It's time to hear from him.
Chairman of Pegasus Group of Event Managers and Unique Times, Dr. Ajit Ravi, his family members who are with us for coordinating these events along with him, and very distinguished dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and my dear friends. Very, very good morning to you, all of you. Let me at the outset congratulate the founder, Ajit Ravi. When he started, he used to conduct one event a year. Thereafter, he has increased to half yearly, quarterly. Now I don't know whether it is monthly or every 15 days. So very diverse type of topics are brought in for discussion. Topics of current relevance, etc., which are beneficial to the community as well as the industry here. He used to organize the people and get the best talent to speak on the respective subjects here. So today also the topic in this business summit is selected as transforming tourism through hospitality, healthcare and wellness. This is very, very important for the day because of multiple reasons, particularly for the state of Kerala, which has got great potential for tourism, hospitality, and also the needs of healthcare, and also the healthcare can become another destination tourism also for Kerala, and wellness is very important. So the right topic is taken today for the summit, and also he has brought in the experts who are very well acclaimed both nationally and internationally for this. I congratulate Ajit Ravi once again, and we have distinguished speakers here. I am very happy to share the dais with them. With these words, I stand here and happy to inaugurate this unique Times Business Summit 2026. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sri VP Nandakumar sir, for your valuable words. And now, yes, all the dignitaries are here. As I said, inspiring personalities, and I think these persons, they are the real change makers, I should say, and the innovators. So the theme for today is such an interesting theme, and I can see so many people sitting here because you are eagerly waiting to grab all the essence from them, all the ideas from them. Yes, the topic for today is transforming the tourism through hospitality, healthcare and wellness 2026. So now, what we know that before starting our wonderful discussion, it's time to invite the moderator, right? Because the moderator is the person who's going to control this whole discussion. So yes, to steer today's insightful discussion, we are honored to have with us a distinguished administrator and an accomplished public servant who career spans decades of exemplary service at both the national and international level. Having served in several prestigious positions, including former Indian and UN civil servant, former advisor in the rank of Additional Chief Secretary, former District Collector of Ernakulam, Mayor of Cochin, and Labour Commissioner of Kerala. He has made remarkable contributions to public administration and governance. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about one such great personality, and he's going to moderate this entire session with so much of love and respect, inviting Shri MP Joseph IAS to please come and join with us on stage. Let's give a huge round of applause. He's already here, so let's give a huge round of applause to him. So now the stage is all set. All the phenomenal people are all here. Our audience are all ready to hear from you. So now I request you to please carry on. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Firstly, let me make it very clear. I'm just a moderator. I'm not going to control anybody. You're most welcome to speak as much as you want. I'm sure you will moderate your own presentations. Secondly, thank you very much, Ajit and Unique Times Business Summit. It's a pleasure to be here. I've come here for earlier summits also. One thing that you would have noted is that Ajit starts all his programs exactly on the dot on time. That's very unique for India. We all start things half an hour late or more. And it's very rare to find somebody who is a stickler for time. Ajit has built up this forum over the last 4 or 5 years. I think this is the 4th or 5th business summit of Unique Times that I'm attending. And each time I see that the experts, persons is a very wrong term to use, the experts joining in this summit and giving their views, their expertise is absolutely very high. They are the best professionals in their fields. As you can see today, we've got a galaxy of experts in their fields to present before us. I wouldn't like to take much more time except to again compliment Ajit and Unique Times for this event. It's certainly very unique in every sense of the word. With everybody's permission, I think I will start off with my role as a moderator. I think it would be best if each of us, or I've already introduced myself, I've been introduced. It'll be good if each of all the panelists here could introduce themselves. I'll start from the extreme left. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm James Matthew. I'm a chartered accountant by profession. I've been living in the country, UAE, for the last 34 plus years. I hail from Calicut. And I just want to say, once again, congratulations to Ajit for putting up this show. We in Dubai sometimes, we are late for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. They say, oh, you are following IST. IST is not Indian Standard Time, Indian Stretchable Time. So that's what they call it. So when I see someone starting on dot, I really want to commend and congratulate him. And I sit here in 3 capacities. One, of course, as a chartered accountant running a practice, who understands Indian business, who understands the tourism business, who understands what is happening in a place like Dubai. I also I'm extremely proud to be sitting with the galaxy of panelists here. I'm also associated with Aster DM Healthcare as one of the independent directors and the chair of the audit committee. And 3, I'm also a global vice chairman of INMEC, the associate partner here, and where Dr. Ennam Sharafuddin is the chairman. So I'll pause here. I'll move on to the next person. Thank you.
So good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Jose Chaco Pediapuram, cardiothoracic surgeon, currently working at LISI Heart Institute in Cochin, and also the chairman of the Heart Care Foundation, which was established in 2008 to help poor people and to promote the studies and research on the incidence of cardiovascular disease in India. So I'm so happy to be with you all, and also privileged to have the company of all the elegant and eminent personalities along in the stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, all delegates and the dignitaries on the dais. I am Manu, Airport Director, Cochin International Airport. And I have been working in Cochin International Airport for the last 27 years. And during the construction phase, I joined, and now the operations, I am the Airport Director here. I love to be along with you and along with the dignitaries over here, and over the mic to.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank you for this opportunity. I am Dr. Saji Kumar, Ayurvedic physician by profession, with a practice of more than 34 plus years, and also an entrepreneur to Datri Group of companies, and also a wellness evangelist. And currently I am the chairman and managing director of Datri Group, and also the co-chair of CA Ayurveda National Committee, and also chairman of Saukyada Foundation, which is into building healthy habits among the society, especially in the underprivileged community. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity.
Good morning, friends. I am Rajesh Malik. Like my colleague at the far left, I am also a chartered accountant, and having worked in major corporates, both in India and abroad, as a financial professional, there was always in the back of the mind to do something in the field of wellness, and do something in the field of wellness in the traditional system of healing, wellness, and cure. I come from a family where my childhood was in Dehradun, and I remember none of our family members have ever had to visit a doctor. We always had something in the kitchen which could take care of problems based on the seasons, whether it was monsoons or summertime or winter time. So our mothers and grandmothers used to appropriately take care of food and medicines which are in the kitchen to prevent illness. So that was always at the back of the mind, and when there was the right time, we sometimes in 2005, we started our company called Carnoustie Group. Carnoustie comes from its name in Scotland, where the first golf course was made. And we started with our golf consultancy to begin with, and that's why the name Carnoustie. So we started Carnoustie, and we were looking at developing an Ayurvedic, I would call it a wellness center, which encompasses all the traditional systems of healing in India, and well, in future abroad as well, the traditional systems. We set up this company and a resort in Kerala, in Cherthala, with the name of Carnoustie Ayurveda and Wellness Resort. We became operational in 2011. It was a tough time to begin with for the first few years. We wanted to challenge the system where the room tariff in a wellness resort was sold at season and off-season times from 5,000 to 6,000 rupees, going up to 8,000 to 10,000 rupees. And I used to question myself, why? Is this ancient knowledge so cheap, to sell it so cheap? Is it so ineffective? Why can't we do it in a different way? So we experimented, and we tried to combine luxury, the modern systems of, the way we are used to live, with the traditional systems of healing. And I think there's a far way to go, but I think we are on the path, and I'm glad that we could come up with something like this. We'll discuss more about it as the panel goes at appropriate time, and I pass on the mic to my esteemed Dr. Advani, who we welcome him to Kerala, all the way from Bombay.
Yeah, first of all, I would like to thank the organizers for giving us this opportunity to discuss on a topic which I think is very important, particularly for Kerala, the transforming tourism through the hospitality, healthcare, and wellness. I am from the oncology, that means cancer. And the cancer is normally thought about, that is treatment. But I think that's not the only sort of a solution. The solution starts from the time you take the birth till you ultimately depart. That's where the cancer has to be controlled. The way we live right from the childhood, the way we eat, the way the life environment is there, passes off. All that ultimately influences the development of cancer. And that's why you find that today the cancer is becoming almost number 2 already and may become number 1 in terms of the mortality following the cardiac disorders. So I have been working at a Tata Memorial Hospital for 32 years, involved in various developments of the cancer. But today I have come to realize that the most important thing is, the first thing which all of us forget is the prevention. And following the prevention, it comes the early diagnosis. Then comes the treatment, which can be surgery, medical treatment, chemotherapy, and radiation therapy, as well as many other verticals like immunotherapy. And then this is followed by the rehabilitation. You will find now almost in every house, somebody suffered from the cancer and has been cured also of the cancer. So that's a thing which is happening. And I think what it requires is the awareness. All these things, verticals, will be very important and fruitful if we are aware about the cancer. Even today, from the villages, you will find villages, and even from the big cities, you will find patients coming at a very late stage. They are neglected. They neglect themselves also. So that's what is it. And all this is happening basically because of the lack of awareness. So I think the time has come for us to get together and see how we can not only serve our India, but also the medical tourism, through the knowledge about the wellness and health, and develop this area. And I think one thing which I believe very strongly, that health is a wealth. All of us must never forget that our wealth is health. If there is no health, the wealth is of zero value. And second most important thing which we strongly believe, that we must adhere to the good living, which means right from our habits, our way of eating, the nutrition, everything should be what we nowadays label well-balanced attitude, well-balanced diet, and well-balanced environment. I think that's where we are going to discuss today.
Thank you very much.
No, I have been already introduced here. So I am the permanent invitee here. So most of the people who are regularly attending knows me pretty well. For others, I will introduce myself. I am the promoter of Manappuram Group of Companies. The flagship company is Manappuram Finance Limited, which is the first gold loan NBFC in India. Apart from that, we have Ashirwad Microfinance, which is the third largest microfinance in the country. Other than that, I am the chairman of FICCI Kerala and chairman of Indian Institute of Management, IEM Kozhikode. I run a charitable foundation called Manappuram Foundation, which is into charities. This is about me. Thank you.
Dr. Nandakumar, what you said is very true. Every time I've come here, you have always been there. So it's good to meet up once again, though there's been some time gap since we met last. Thank you for your presence here. Transforming tourism through hospitality, healthcare, and wellness. That's the topic that we have before us at this Unique Times Business Summit. Now, India, and especially Kerala, is famous for Ayurveda. I remember when I was a young kid, I have never gone to a regular allopathic doctor. We used to call them Pathikiri, which is, I think, a Malayalam transformation for apothecary. It was always Ayurveda. It was Deshamula Rishtam, it was Ajamamsa Rasayanam, and a host of other things. Deshamula Rishtam, I don't know how many of you know it. It's a very nice drink to drink. It's very tasty. It gives you a slightly tipsy feeling at the end. Ajamamsa Rasayanam is a rasayanam which is made from the meat of goat, mutton, sheep. It's not sheep, but mutton. Aja means a button in Sanskrit and Malayalam. And of course, people who used to speak then about things like Karinkoringa Rasayanam, which is the Rasayanam made out of monkeys and so on. So I have grown up on Ayurveda, and I'm sure many of the older generation here, not everybody are old here, but those of us who are old would have grown up on Ayurveda. So it's great to be speaking once again and talking about Ayurveda. Ayur means life. Ayurveda means a science of life, that which keeps you alive, that keeps you healthy. Now, for many reasons, and not least of which is that Dr. Saji Kumar is sitting next to me. Let me start off this discussion with a few questions to you, Doctor. Dr. Saji Kumar, as you know, is a well-known Ayurveda and Ayurveda doctor, a person who has spent years together in this area. He's also known for promoting wellness tourism, Ayurveda wellness tourism in Kerala. Now, with all your background, how would you position India, Doctor, vis-a-vis the rest of the world when it comes to talking about holistic healthcare and wellness tourism? Where does India stand? And then again, where does Kerala stand?
Thank you for this opportunity. See, we usually say visit India. So apart from visit India, we have to convert the perception of traveling for relaxation to India. We need to convert that into heal in India. We have to position India, especially for heal in India purpose, because people just not to travel for just leisure or relaxation. People should travel for health transformation. We as India, we have a unique capacity of positioning ourselves across the globe that we cannot copy like Bali or Thailand or something. We have our own unique capacities. We could integrate modern medical excellence with the age-old Ayurveda. So here, Ayurveda has to be the ancient, which what our moderator has said about the age-old Ayurvedic treatments, which has been certain habits to maintain the health. There were so much of healthy habits were there. So how we could convert the ancient credibility into evidence-based Ayurvedic care. So it should be positioned for prevention, it should be positioned for personalized healthcare and also integrative healthcare. So first is positioning India as for heal in India. So that has to become a culture. We know that by 2030, people 1 in 5 will be aged above 65 years of age. That means we have to work on not on lifespan, we have to work on health span, where Ayurveda and integrative healthcare could add a lot of value in it. So first of all, let me say that we have to position India as well as for the as heal in India purpose, and also Kerala will definitely take the lead. Why? Because Ayurveda is the capital of this. Ayurveda is overall capital of Ayurveda across the world.
Ayurveda is in our blood. You can't discount it. Even the younger generation, I think, unconsciously go in for Ayurvedic medicines today. You run a very premium wellness resort in Kerala. On the one hand, that's a fact. The other fact I'd like to point out is that Kerala attracts tourists, international tourists, but most of them are backpackers or if not backpackers, tourists who spend very little. We don't get the high-end tourists. We don't get the tourists who spend a lot of money into Kerala. How do you think you can use wellness resorts and Ayurvedic hospitals to attract high-end people who spend international tourists to Kerala and, of course, to India?
Yeah, it's a great question because since our land stretch is very small and we have many good opportunities in Kerala, see, the people who are ready to spend high value, especially who are coming for a premium hospitality service, they have clearly an agenda of our intention for longevity as well as for anti-aging, personalized wellness. So they have, it's just not a relaxation. They coming with a clear intention of longevity, healthcare, that personalized healthcare. And so to offer such kind of facilities to high spent individuals, definitely premium resorts, premium hospitality, premium hospitals are really required. And also we can cater only minimum number of people with a high quality. So we need such kind of centers to provide premium health transformation service across to the world. That's one thing which we have to look at. When we position for backpackers, what happens is the quality get diluted because here we have, once we look upon to personalized care, definitely the amount or the way which we have to place our skill set is on the higher side, from the diagnosis to different aspects of the journey of a person coming from across the world has to be positioned. That means premiumization is really required.
When we get these tourists, high-end tourists who come for tourism, for a good stay, for their spa, etc., how do you ensure the authenticity of the Ayurvedic tradition? Can there be a compromise there? Can there be a contradiction while catering to these high-end tourists, that we compromise on the authenticity of the Ayurvedic treatment? How do you avoid it?
The authenticity has to be maintained. Why? Because you can see such kind of spas, such kind of leisure wellness, relaxation in many parts of the world. So if you want to position Kerala as a global destination for evidence-based healthcare, it requires evidence-based validation of the services which we are giving, even if it is for therapeutic well-being or wellness. Definitely it has to be standardized. There should be a standard protocol, and the skill set has to be to that level, and the certifications has to be there. All these centers should take a JCA certification. Now Ministry of Ayush is coming with an Ayush Mark certification, which actually determines the quality of the service which we are going to give because it will be at par with the JCI, NABH of India. So definitely it will position the it will mark the standards, which will definitely provide authenticity to the entire world.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll come back to you, but let me move on. Let me speak to Dr. Periyapuram, who is with us. He's, for me to introduce him, or for anybody to introduce him, I think is carrying coals to Newcastle. He's so very well known, not only in Kerala, but right across India and abroad. You're the pioneer, Dr. Periyapuram, in cardiac surgery in Kerala, in India, and other places, other countries as well. How do you see advanced healthcare services influencing and transforming tourism, hospitality, etc., and promoting the future of wellness and medical tourism in Kerala specifically, and perhaps the rest of India?
Thank you, Joseph sir. See, when I came back from the UK after a long period of training in 1996 and started my first surgical program at Medical Trust Hospital in Ernakulam, doing the bypass surgeries and other open heart surgeries. We didn't have much of a cardiac surgical or even cardiological technology available to the state of Kerala. I remember most of our patients used to leave the state and go to other states or even abroad for advanced cardiac surgical care. Now, over the last 2 or 3 decades, there was a booming technological advancements in all fields, especially in cardiology and cardiac surgery in our state. When in 1997, we had only 3 cath labs in Kerala doing angiograms and angioplasties. Now, in 2026, we have got 180 cardiac cath labs and somewhere around 80 cardiac surgical programs running successfully in our state. I travel all around the country and probably to most of the countries abroad, but the quality of care which we deliver and the ethical practice which the healthcare system of Kerala delivered to the people are unmatched. Because our people are so educated, they want the best treatment, and the hospitals as well as the doctors, whether it is modern medicine or whether it is Ayurveda, they expect the best care to be delivered to them. So now we know that in spite of having an excellent technological advancements, great infrastructure, we have got great skill being delivered to the patients who needs to be treated. But over the last few years, the care of the sick has been transformed into care of mostly into the wellness part of our life, because preventive medicine has taken a big lead, because we know that most of the lifestyle diseases are modifiable. That's the reason why we call it lifestyle diseases. How we can modify our lifestyle to prevent heart disease in our community is something which we have to give a lot of priority. Now, I am so happy that in Kerala or in other states of India, we have got advanced technologies in especially cardiothoracic surgery so that we can attract patients from outside. The only negative part of cardiac surgery, cardiology, is that most of it is an emergency or semi-emergency case where health tourism probably may not be practical, like somebody coming for a hip replacement surgery, which is an elective cold procedure, or a treatment for oncological disease where people can travel and take their time and come and get the treatment from cheaper places. Cardiac surgery is little more semi-urgent case where I do not know how much health tourism we can find out in the care of cardiology and cardiac surgery. But still, elective care is quite available in our state. It is cheap, it is affordable, and it is of high quality with good skill and technology. So that change really should help us to go forward in promoting the health tourism in cardiac care.
Thank you very much. Just a point to the audience. If you would like to ask questions, I'll give you time later after all the panelists have given their views. Doctor, before I move away, Doctor, let me ask you this question. Many of our private hospitals especially are becoming unaffordable to the common man. Of course, the government health sector is pretty good, but by and large, people prefer to go to the private hospitals, but they are very expensive. What is your take on it?
Well, see, the more advanced the care is in whichever areas, more expensive it will be to establish. Even when you go to government hospitals, the expense which the government is providing to the patient is much the same as private hospitals. Only thing is that the patient doesn't have to spend, but somebody is spending it. See, when I did the first heart transplant in Kerala in 2003, the cost which our hospital charged the patient was around 10 lakhs, compared to about 70 or 80 lakhs outside the state. Now, when the first heart transplant was conducted in Kottayam Government Medical College, the cost was only 1 lakh. But how can we compare the 10 lakhs with 1 lakh? The cost of infrastructure is free for the government hospitals. Medicine is free. But it is from the taxpayer's pocket that the government is paying money. So the cost of the healthcare delivery is equal in both private and government hospitals. But in certain corporate hospitals where the facilities are almost 5-star, we can't expect them to deliver the healthcare like in the mission hospitals where I work. So there has to be a leeway or a middle way to strike a balance between the cost and the facilities which we provide. When you go to a corporate hospital, you are received at the doorstep and you are taken to the room. You get all the 5-star facilities. When you come to a government hospital, you have to really roam around for half an hour or to 1 hour to see where the doctor sits. So you pay more for more technology, more advanced care. So I don't really know how to compare the cost of corporate and private hospitals and mission hospitals, but there should be a ceiling. I think Kerala has sealed the cost down because of the prevalence of mission hospitals which are catering to the poor people at a moderate cost.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I think I'll take this point with Dr. Nandakumar. He is a finance man, and so the costs are something that Dr. Nandakumar can enlighten us with. Number one, how do you ensure financial accessibility, not only for the patient, but also for hospitals hospitals which require high-end equipment, expensive equipment, perhaps imported equipment, infrastructure, buildings. How do you ensure financial accessibility? Number one, for patients who may not be very rich, but who would like to have a good treatment in a good private hospital. And number two, private hospitals, so that they can upgrade their infrastructure, they can upgrade their treatment, they upgrade their equipment and so on. As a finance person, what would your suggestion be?
Thank you, sir, for the question. I will talk something general, which is mostly talked about. I am connected with mission hospitals also. So, as Dr. Periyapuram has said, the infrastructure is at 3 levels with regard to affordability. 1, government hospitals, 2, missionary hospitals, 3, corporate hospitals. So, in this world where the technology is evolving every day, every technology, not only information technology, medical technology, in every field of medicine, it is evolving every day. So it is becoming more and more high-tech with the evolution of artificial intelligence, etc. It is evolving every day. So this calls for a lot of investment for the hospitals for upgrade their facilities to bring it to world class. So now the patients are also benchmarking with the world class facility because of the information available. So the private equities are coming in a very big way. The largest of private equities in the world has already entered Kerala in a big way. So they are the hospitals are becoming a chain of hospitals. So the latest equipments, latest technology, etc., is adopted by hospitals. So as Dr. Periyapuram has said, the pricing, there is a difference, but all depend on one's affordability. So the hospitals are generally funded by, through for capex, etc., generally funded by private equities. For operating expenses, these are funded by banks and non-banking finance companies. Of course, there are many tailor-made schemes for the patients also, particularly who wanted this long-term repayment facility for something what they cannot afford otherwise, and insurance facilities also. So these are directly interconnected. these finance facilities along with insurance facilities, etc. So these are for the patients. So the lending institution infrastructure of the country is well prepared to fund the needs of both the consumer as well as the hospital infrastructure. It is very well laid. Banks have their own priorities. It's a priority sector in lending. For patients also, they get so tailor-made schemes both in banks and NBFCs for funding their requirement, which if their cash flow meets their long-term repayment obligations.
Thank you, Dr. Nandakumar. You mentioned about health insurance. Health insurance coverage in the country is abysmally low. It's extremely low. I will pop the question across to James Matthew, where he's from Dubai, as he explained, and he has seen Dubai's transformation from a not so big country into a global hub, a global destination. James Matthew, are you a Dr. James Matthew or just a James? Are you more than a doctor?
I have a qualification, but then you can call me James Matthew. CA James Matthew is good.
Okay, CA James Matthew. So CA James Matthew, two things. One is, how do we ensure the spread of health insurance in the country? Is Dubai a model for that? I don't know. You could explain. Now, what can India learn from Dubai and the UAE in integrating tourism, hospitality, and healthcare to create a superior ecosystem?
No, thank you. So, as been told, I'm come from Dubai. I moved to Dubai in 1992. Ever since, I've been always mesmerized the way the country has done, the place has done for itself. The most of the development started in the early 2000s. When they started selling the real estate, and that's when lots of investors came in. Now, coming back specifically to the question of insurance, I think that's a very, very important point. You look at Dubai, it's compulsory, it's a mandatory to have everyone to have the health insurance, because without which your visas do not get renewed or visas not get stamped. So that means any immigrant worker coming in there, the first and foremost thing is the insurance for medical, because you don't know what is the situation tomorrow. You might go through a problem. Even old parents move to Dubai, for example, they're coming as a dependent for somebody who is living there. Then obviously they go through a process. If you have to have the visas, the insurance cost, obviously it's not going to be lower end, it's going to be very, very expensive, but then it's a must. What can we learn here? I think health insurance in Kerala is also, or for that matter in India, is also evolving. I think more and more people are coming under the health insurance these days. I think that is a way. And I just want to go back to the question you had asked to Dr. Jose, the affordability, the cost factor. You look at today, all the private hospitals are flooded with patients. They just don't have a room available, because there are people waiting just to get a room accommodated, because they have their life expectancy, they have the issues surrounding that one. So hospitals today are thinking that how do we restrict our patients to come to a multi-speciality hospital where they can go to a clinic and get a referral and come in, because everyone today, they wake up in the morning, I have a headache, I need to see the finest of the finest doctors in the multi-speciality hospital. And that is what is the scenario here happening in Kochi or in any part of in Kerala is there. And so transformation of tourism through health, wellness, and hospitality. See, today, I think hospitality or healthcare or wellness is a route, because ultimately, how can we transform the tourism to this country? I just read the statistics, around 2.5 crores people visit Kerala as tourists. Out of that, around 800,000 are medical tourism. 800,000 to the whole of India.
Must be in domestic Indian tourists.
Domestic one. And foreign tourist is around 10 million, which is around 1 crore. Now look at a small place like Dubai. It's 4,500 square kilometer. And whereas I think Kerala is around 85,000 square kilometers. In that 4,000 square kilometer area, we got 20 million, that is 2 crores of people visiting, as tourists to Dubai. So there are a lot of learning. So how are you connecting every spot? If somebody is coming here for a medical tourism, is there a mechanism in place who can connect your travel to because it's not the best 5-star hotel property which gives you the convenience. Even right from the immigration, right from your arrival into this country, the entire ecosystem has to be supportive. I think I'll pause here. So there are a lot of things you can learn from here.
Thank you, CA James. Let me just point out that the private hospitals are full, but then you should take a look at the Taluk hospitals and the government hospitals. They are chock-a-block there. So there's, on the one hand, a great demand for treatments, and only a part of it is being met by the private sector, which is good. I'm not saying in any way trying to show them in any poorer light. Dr. Advani, we were speaking about health insurance, and I think CA James Matthew mentioned that Dubai has a compulsory health insurance coverage. Do you think compulsory health insurance coverage is possible in a country like India? Or leave India alone, in a state like Kerala, 3.5 crores, 35 million is the population. Do you think a compulsory health insurance system is possible here in the state?
I think it is a must. It has to come. Because otherwise you find patients coming even in emergency, and they tell you they can't afford this. And therefore, they have to run to the government colleges, which have its own limitations. So I think it's very important that the health insurance should be the must over here. Now, how it comes, there are a lot of various schemes, yojanas from the government and the other private insurance also. The problem with the government insurance or the yojanas is that they are very limited in terms of their application. Not only in terms of application, very few people even know how to get that. Second thing is, which I think is the most important thing that private hospitals are facing, that they are ready to serve. They are ready to do it at the government pricing. But when it comes to the payment, it takes 6 months, 1 year. How can they afford such a system? And therefore, you will find in Bombay, I'm telling you very clearly in Bombay, all yojanas are not acceptable. Every yojana, whether it's a Pradhan Mantri yojana or whatever it is, no hospital private hospital will accept it. And therefore, it's in limbo. And I think this is very important, where the government should assure, they are assuring 5 lakhs health insurance. But at the same time, the payment system is absolutely not applicable. So I think it is not only the health insurance has to come in, but the process of health insurance is also very important.
Thank you very much, Dr. Advani. Speaking of Bombay and yojanas being not accepted, isn't it? I remember as a IAS trainee, as a probationer, being in Mumbai, and somebody asking me who I am, what am I doing? And I told them proudly, I'm in the IAS. He looked at me for a minute and said, what do you manufacture? Bombay believes in manufacturing, Gujarat believes in manufacturing. So yeah, it's unique. Let me move to Sial, Mr. Manu. Sial has become a synonym for as a global model for sustainable aviation. It's a private-public partnership for the first time that we had in the aviation sector in the country. Now, I'm going to ask you, how do sustainability and green infrastructure, you've been promoting green infrastructure, once you turn from the National Highway 66 onto the, no, it's 66, isn't it? Onto the, no, it's National Highway 544, the one that goes to Trichur. When you turn right into the 4-lane road leading to CL, there's a transformation. It's all well-maintained, green, it's greening even more. There's a golf course. Everything is environmentally friendly and clean. How do sustainability and green infrastructure contribute, you think, to the future of tourism and hospitality, particularly this sort of healthcare and wellness tourism?
Thank you, Thomas sir, for the relevant question. How comes Cochin International Airport can support the hospitality industry or the healthcare and wellness systems through our initiatives like sustainability is the question. So, I, as an airport director, will think like the sustainability and the tourism has to go hand in hand. In the sense, I have got experiences where the passengers from the developed countries, including Japan, Australia, or the UK, from that side, arrives particularly to Cochin International Airport. Being Cochin International Airport is the only one airport in the whole country, whole world, where it is totally powered by solar energy. So that itself shows the tourist will think about sustainability while traveling. It is not only the airport, the destination is environmental centric or environmental sensitive. It should be from the origin station while we started traveling, how effectively the airlines, whether they are using the sustainable aviation fuel or whether the noise issues is very less for the aircraft. So these all are the factors when the passengers will think about while booking the ticket itself. So my appeal to the whole community here, assembled here, is to have not only the airport, it need to extend to the other sectors as well, including the hotel rooms or the hotels, or even to the hospitals, where the travel community need to be told like Kerala as a whole is protecting our environment. As everybody, as you know, Kerala is known as God's own country, is merely because of our hilly terrains and the sea coastal areas and the backwaters, the lush green and all. It is not only the airport operator, it is all the industries associated with travel and tourism, that we protect our environment for the next communities as well. So we need to protect our Kerala lust of green by protecting our environment. That need to be shown to the traveling public. So it is not only the solar energy or the carbon footprint matters. It actually matters how the turnaround time of the passengers as well. How effectively, how the experience of the traveler, particularly the outside traveler, the foreign travelers coming to Cochin, experiences the airport as well as the other leg as well. Whether he is going to other destinations, he need to get the same feel of sustainability. So we need to, as I told, the turnaround time of the passengers need to be made minimum possible. So the digitalization is actually a sustainable initiative. We actually came up with the trusted travel program for the immigration, e-visas, see the digital transformation. So the passengers may not be stuck in the queue. They can very well come out within no time. So these all are the factors which encourages the passengers to think that we are all sustainable in nature. The last minute connectivities. Now after we ventured into the solar energy, we actually now venturing into the hydrogen. you may be knowing, the future fuel will be the water. So we can split the water into hydrogen and oxygen in the oxidizers and get the heat energy back is now the energy that is coming up. Now the capital intensive project, but it does not mean that in the future course it will not come. So water is the next energy source, and Cochin International Airport along with the BPCL has ventured into that. It is a capital centric project, but in the due course it will be coming down. It will be coming down. So the issue is like when we venturing into the solar energy, it is produced only on the daytime when the sun is there. So we need to store the energy. How to store? So we need to have some battery energy storage systems. It is also expensive. Now that is the case where Cochin International Airport has ventured into the green hydrogen, where the solar energy is being used for splitting the water into hydrogen and oxygen and storing the hydrogen for the next fuel. So the last minute connectivity, the energy storage system, the circular economy, everything will matters for the tourists to come, and we together, along with the airport operator, the travel industry, and the tourism, including the medical tourism, the wellness tourism, and the hospital tourism or the leisure tourism promoters, has to go hand in hand, and Kerala need to project ourselves as we are sustainable and we are responsible people who are actually we promote the sustainability of Kerala for the next generations to maintain as God's own country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sri Manu. Just a point. I mean, you used the word God's own country twice. My own personal observation is that for the last couple of years, we've not been using that term very much. It's sort of dying out. Yeah. Maybe it's not. Yeah, that's just a personal observation. Let me move on to Sri Rajesh Malik, who is the promoter of a globally acclaimed wellness resort in Kerala. What is its name?
It goes by the name Carnoustie Ayurveda and Wellness Resort.
You were mentioning who Carnoustie was.
Carnoustie is a place in Scotland near Dundee. It's a small town where the world's first golf course was made. So our first line of business was in designing, developing, promoting, branding, managing golf courses. So we started a company by the name of Carnoustie Golf Limited, and we did about a dozen golf courses in India, including the one in Bangalore on the Nandi Hill Road, the Prestige project, and Abbey Valley course, amongst others. So having set up this company with the trademark and the logos, etc., we continued the name for our other businesses.
Golf is also a form of wellness, isn't it? You got to walk a lot. I don't play golf, but I've seen people walking in the sun. So it's certainly a form of wellness. But my question to you is how in the Indian context, and especially in the Kerala context, how can you bring together hospitality, healthcare, and wellness? How do you bring a convergence or to promote tourism in India?
Wow. Hospital and hospitality come from the same root word. So the correlation starts right there. In hospitality, there is prevention, wellness, and in hospital, there is cure. But there is cure in hospitality as well. So first of all, we have a great advantage in hospitality, wellness in Kerala, that any foreign tourist who goes to the Google or any search engine and types Ayurveda, the first thing that pops up is Kerala. So your first battle is won there. There are, subsequently the challenges are there, but then we'll come to that. So Kerala has, in addition to that brand of God's own country and Kerala and Ayurveda, it's an industry here. You get therapists from Kerala, you have universities and colleges, institutions which train these therapists and doctors. The medicines are also made out here. So it's a natural sort of moving to a hospitality based on wellness, and as well as Ayurveda is concerned. So now, how do we enhance it? How do we build upon it? Is the Ayurveda was developed ages ago when the environment was different. Today we live in a different environment. We are used to eating different foods, processed foods, outside foods, stored in refrigerators, and so on and so forth. So the challenges are a little different. But on the other hand, we have technological advancements in terms of pathology, diagnostics, and infrastructure. So we need to now move towards from the ancient system of treatments and healthcare in Ayurveda from those ages to the present day system, which is more palatable, acceptable to the modern public, which is used to the present day of life. They might not, the guest would not, for example, stay in a center for a month, but somehow we need to, compress it. Treatment systems, which is both online and offline, and post, once he's left the center and goes back to his place of work, so that can continue. So there needs to be a continuity with the guest, with the traveler and the visitor which is visiting you and coming to you for treatment. Another thing which I think one could do a lot is, these therapists and doctors are trained in institutions and they go by the books, what is written in the books, and that is being taught. But Kerala does have masters of Ayurveda, masters of treatment. Those people don't even know. They are in some small village here and there. People in that local area know about them, but they are the treasures of Kerala. We need to nourish them. We need to reach out to them, see if we can get them to be involved with your centers, get their knowledge, even if it is in Malayalam, get their literature and knowledge translated into English, Hindi, whichever languages, so it can be brought to the world. We try to do that. We published about 20 books in Kerala. We caught hold of certain people which were within our ambit or in our circle, which are known to us. We approached them, we interviewed them, we sort of told them, what is your specialization, what is your experience, how do you see Ayurveda that is in practice in the resorts and the wellness centers in Kerala, and how do you see actually it should be. And they come up with such beautiful pieces of information which are lacking in what was in the traditional system, in the books, in the Vedas, and what is being done today. So we then requested them, can you put it in writing in the form, or can you give us some literature? We got them translated, and we published them into books, which now we keep it in the resort. So this, when the guest goes back home, he carries those books. So Ayurveda is not only about doing panchkarma and pulse diagnostics and certain detoxifications and all that. It's a whole new world it's a whole world of knowledge, traditional knowledge, which our rishis have left for us. We need to preserve it. We need to inculcate into our systems and make these guests in awe of what Ayurveda is. They need to respect Ayurveda. They need to respect our ancient wisdom. If they do, they will come. So that's where our thought and our effort has been. As I said earlier in the beginning, a long way to go, but I think that's where we are targeting. Can we set up center of excellence? Can we set up some center of learning of these ancient knowledge where our therapists are trained? Can we spend more? Of course, spending on infrastructure, granites, marbles, blah, blah, blah is one thing. That's hardware that our guests are already used to it in wherever they are coming from. But can we give them something which they don't have? And also give them wellness, also give them health. So that's, I think, is the challenge, and that, I think, should be the direction where this wellness story. We lost on our lot of opportunities. India lost on IT boom. India lost on various other booms. But this is one aspect we can hold on to, develop upon this. And as my colleague mentioned, that we have just a small percentage of tourism revenue which we generate. I think the potential is huge. We just need to remove the irritants, find the right solution, and work upon it. And that's an opportunity to do.
Thank you, Mr. Malik. I think there's a very valid point there. How attractive is Ayurveda to the millennials, to the Gen Zs, and certainly to the Alpha generation and the Beta generation? It is not very attractive. I think we must be thinking of how to make Ayurveda attractive to them. Otherwise, we will be losing out on a very important means towards healthcare and wellness. Thank you for the points.
Thank you.
Dr. Sri Malik. Let me move on again to Dr. Saji Kumar. How do you, let me repeat this question to you. How do you make Ayurveda attractive to the younger generation? Many of them are sitting at the back before us, the millennials and the Gen Zs. How do you make it attractive to them? How do you try and overcome the challenges that a treatment like Ayurveda has to make it attractive to the younger people in front of us and the rest beyond?
Yeah, I always respect the younger generation, the Gen Zs and Gen Alpha, because they are well informed, well knowledgeable, and so only thing is we have to make a little bit corrections in terms of choosing what at right time. Especially earlier, it was especially in the millennials or the baby boomers. What happened is, to acquire knowledge, it took a lot of time. To develop an intellect, it took a lot of time. Now it happened in a split of a second. That means they born in this age of information. So Ayurveda is about information. It's about knowledge of life. So knowledge of life. So that means it is easy for them to understand. It is easy for them to internalize it, because Ayurveda has two aspects: one on the cure side and more on the healthy side. Swasthavrta is about making being person to be healthy. So that knowledge, to acquire that knowledge in their language, it is quite easy. So they could actually come out with many such kind of innovations in this area. Now there are new startups coming up where the Gen Zs are actually leading the way to coming out with the Ayur tech and such kind of things which they can take it to the entire world.
Sorry for putting it very crudely, but Ayurveda is a very messy form of treatment. All oil over your body, smelling for a very long time. So how do you overcome that? Can you overcome that? I mean, I've done these Ayurveda treatments, and then for 2 days the smell of all the oils hang on.
Yeah, it is a perception. The perception that we have seen earlier, we had discussed about the treatments giving at a low quality. It actually makes everything messy. Once you position it in a premium way where the quality is well assured, this kind of messy smell or something will not be. But the actual smell, actual taste, palatability, etc. has to be explained. We cannot say that sugar is palatable. All the shat rasas as palatable. We have to be not only sugar, all the rasas, 6 rasas has to be palatable. We have to educate and we have to make, and that has to become the culture. That has to make we have to make that as a habit.
Thank you. That's a very valid point. It is the way the treatment has been degraded that makes it unwelcome. Thank you so much. Let me move on to Dr. Periyapuram once again. You have this Heart Care Foundation. Why did you set it up? What is it doing? And how can collaborations between healthcare providers like you, the hospitality industry, and policymakers create a more inclusive and sustainable form of a tourism ecostructure?
Thank you. I found the Heart Care Foundation in 2008. Actually, few of my friends motivated me to start it, because in 2003 we did the first heart transplantation in Kerala, as I said earlier. And there was a lot of recognition through the media as well as through the society for what we have done. And what I thought was that whatever recognition which we get from the society has to be paid back to the society. And that was the intention of commencing Heart Care Foundation. To be honest, the foundation does activities which the hospitals don't do, and the hospitals probably are not interested to do because of the lack of financial incentives. So it is basically an activity which is based on prevention rather than cure. But to establish ourselves, we started a program called 1,000 Hearts, 1,000 Lives, 1,000 Families, whereby we financed 1,000 open heart surgeries free of cost in various government medical colleges in Kerala. And where I studied, Kottayam Medical College, at that time did not have bypass surgery being done. So our team went there, trained the doctors there, and helped them to initiate the program. And then we supported them financially to conduct the program. That is just to establish the organization to the society. But after that, we have started many programs, like we have got what we call a program called Save a Life, Save a Lifetime, whereby we train the entire citizens of Kerala on CPR. We are selecting 1,000 volunteers from every district, train them, give them certification so that they can go to other smaller areas like clubs, societies, organizations, and train them. We also have adopted a couple of villages where we are doing studies about the probability of heart disease in younger people. We choose all the members of a village between the age of 35 and 60, go through the risk factors of heart disease, give them a score. Suppose if there is a chance of a normal average citizen of that age has got a 5% chance of heart disease, what is your chance of developing a heart disease? If it is 10%, why? What are the modifiable factors? Then we advise them, we take care of them, and we go back again after a few years and recheck them again to see whether the risk factors have come down. So it is basically a part of the social activity. Even SIAL, first of all, I think the first CPR class in SIAL was done by the Heart Care Foundation, and the first ICD, implantable ICD in the domestic and international airport terminals were also given free by Heart Care Foundation about 10, 12 years ago, maybe even longer than that. So that kind of education about healthy living, prevention of heart disease is the aim of the foundation, plus research and everything. So anyway, that is something giving back to the society from what we have been recognized by the society. I think we are open. We can actually act as mediators to have a healthy living, also to have a hospitality. We can link the base core population with the hospitals, and definitely don't want to get involved with the treatment part of medicine. That is the main part of the Heart Care Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Thanks for that. Just a question which is not, it's more a personal question. As an allopathic doctor, how do you see Ayurveda? Do you look at it with certain suspicious eye, look at it as half science or no science at all? What is your view of Ayurveda?
Well, I have two reasons to think about Ayurveda, because
You don't have to be diplomatic.
My grandfather was an Ayurvedic doctor. So from the childhood itself, I used to go to our ancestral home, and I used to walk around the land which he had, pluck all these Ayurvedic plants. At that time, the most of his medicines were based on a plant called Kattugadaga. I don't know what it is called in English. So the Kattugadaga root was good, stem was good, the leaf was good, the seeds were good. And they used to put it in water in a chamber. They used to boil it. Even the patients used to come and stay in our ancestral home, making medicines for the doctor. And they put it in the sun, make it into small tablets, big tablets, and everything. So Ayurveda was part of my blood from the very beginning. So I have no barrier against Ayurveda, but still, I think there is we have to demarcate which individuals need Ayurveda and which needs allopathy. It's the cure of the sick. I don't think Ayurveda has got a major role, but they have got a major role in wellness, prevention, modification of lifestyle, thereby can reduce the incidence of illness in the society and improves the wellness of the people. So it has to be a healthy combination between the two, I feel.
Very true. Thank you so much. You can't obviously cure a heart disease through Ayurveda, but there are things that you can do perhaps in Ayurveda that can prevent a heart disease. Thank you so much. I'll move on to Dr. Nandakumar. You have this Manappuram Foundation. You have supported a lot of health initiatives under Manappuram Foundation. I mean, we all speak of, you're not speaking of so much now, but we used to speak of corporate social responsibility and setting apart a certain percentage of your profits, 5% or something, for corporate social responsibility. Have you taken Manappuram Foundation? What are the activities you do there? Is it, and to ask you a question which can seem rude, is Manappuram Foundation set up so that your corporate social responsibility requirements can be met? Or is it something beyond that?
Actually, Manappuram Foundation was started in 2009, whereas it has become a mandatory responsibility to set apart 2% of the profit of a corporate only in 2014. So this was set up much before that. We are doing charity not because of it is mandatory, it is because it is completely voluntary. So for the first time in the world, this has become mandatory in India. Only in India now. Only in India, this has become mandatory. So whereas in other parts, more of these charities are taking place far more than India by voluntary activity. Through Manappuram Foundation, we have taken up majorly education, healthcare, etc. So during our 2018 floods, we supported, and COVID, we supported the government hospitals and others through many initiatives like offering ventilators, and similar this oxygen generators, many things we do like that. So healthcare is our priority. We run that on a very subsidized basis as diagnostic centers and polyclinics in the central part of Kerala, and we expand that. The idea is to bring the best technology, including daycare, surgery facilities, etc., for those who are not needing hospitalization, etc. So the idea is to offer them an affordable hospital, affordable services, even charging even lower than mission hospitals.
Thank you. We are running short of time, but one last question to CA James, Matthew. How do you think artificial intelligence and digital transformation, digital transformation is already old. Artificial intelligence is the new key word.
Yeah.
How do you think that is going to impact on customer experiences, treatment, etc., in the hospitality, healthcare, and wellness sectors?
Okay.
I've been told the time is out, so you've got to be short.
No, I just wanted to just touch upon a couple of things here. So we talked about insurance here. We said in India, in Dubai, it is there. We also talked about the payments getting delayed because of the government. These are all things which are there. But they have made regulations to say that within 45 days you have to make your payment. That's number one. So these are something which we can emulate from there on it. And also something called the model of clinics. There are large number of clinics which is act as a filter before they go to the hospital. Because it's all about the demand and supply, right? If everybody wants to just go to the hospital, then obviously there is a demand, and then there is a need for people to be treated. Then you can't actually work on the pricing. So there should be maybe this is something which Kerala should look at, is that the clinic model. People should start visiting the clinic, and if there is you can't be just rushing into a hospital for a small headache or something. And one more thing, as I'm an NRI, I'm told that around 600,000 plus houses are here, which are vacant, owned by the NRIs. See, Airbnb is around 35-40% of our inventory in Dubai. Now, what percentage is that we have got Kerala? Because why are the people who are owning houses, they keep the house shut, and why are they not giving it to anybody to let it out? Because there is no ecosystem here. There is nobody actually who cleans it up, who takes care of it. There is no mechanism in place. So I think this is also one area that Kerala can do it, because if a family wants to come here, obviously they can't be staying in a hotel, 5-star hotel, because it becomes not affordable at some point in time, right? If you got an Airbnb. So you wanted to say something, sir?
No, I was asking you, you picking very valid points, but you didn't answer my question.
Yes, I will come.
Very quickly, because
yeah.
Ajit Kumar is staring at me.
Digital transformation, as right from Mr. Manu said, because you walk in, I use the gate in a fast track today for the first time when I walked into Cochin airport, because I had registered it sometime back then. Last time I received an email, please start using, even at the counter they told me, please start using the fast track. So that's right from there. And plus today, the print media has vanished, right? At the end of the day, everybody who uses a facility, they ask you, they run behind you, please give me a review. So the digital transformation, or maybe the reviews, Google, all of this are going to be very, very important. If you are a customer and if you what is your experience, that's the experience that actually you're going to sell.
Thank you very much, CA James. I think we have to, every good thing should come to an end. And this discussion, I think it was getting richer and richer as we moved along. But unfortunately, it's 12:30 and Ajit is a stickler for time. So he has been staring at me for some time now. I can see his stares even in the darkness. So I will not continue with this further. I'm sure you're interested in hearing everybody a lot more. But I read it here. I only thank, on my behalf as a moderator, Dr. Nandakumar, Dr. Advani, Rajesh, Sri Rajesh Malik, Dr. Saji Kumar, Mr. Manu, Dr. Periyapuram, and of course, CA James Matthew, for contributing so much information and knowledge and their expertise into these discussions. And to the crowd in front of me, I wish I could give you some time for questions, but as I said, we are a stickler for time here, and I must end it here. Thank you all very much. A big round of applause to our panelists, please. Louder. Yeah, louder. That's it. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.